Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-14-2, it's a Tier 8 Soviet SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Halluf and it's under the command of Major Tom Bombadil. Well, last time we saw him he was on Lakeville and in the very same Arty. This time Halluf, slightly different map. And he's waiting for his teammates to pull away so he can move to his firing position. Well, as I may have mentioned before, this Arty was actually designed and based on the T-35 Soviet heavy tank. Not a very successful tank, unfortunately. I'm afraid, yes, it was a very slow tank because the dimensions were wrong, the power was wrong. But it's what the Soviets had spare at the time, and they decided to convert T-35s into Artys. They converted them initially into the SU-14 and then the SU-14-1 and then finally the SU-14-2. It's got an enclosed cabin, which means you can use vents in the game, and in reality there was one of these built and it actually fought from the region of when the Russian Tank Museum is now located in Moscow. He's turning towards and he's aiming towards that EBR Hotchkiss. Can't get a shot on him though because he's in cover of the rocks at the moment in defilade. Ah, the P-43-2, he's out in the open, so he'll have him. Dialed in, rounds out, and nice hit. That's a penetrating round for 509, and the P-43-2 is no more. So good shot. That EBR's come out from behind the rock, but he was very quick to get around that corner. But now Major Tom is loaded. Oh, unfortunately, he snapped a shot in, thinking the EBR was going to continue going back down the hill. Instead, unfortunately, he missed the opportunity to get a kill there when he ran into that obstacle, the wreck. So he's now got to wait for the reload. 37.13 seconds is the reload time. It's a 203mm howitzer, capable of doing 1050 alpha and penetrating 52mm of armor with a burst radius of 11 meters. Instead, he's decided he's going to fire towards the northwest corner of the map. There's a Centurion 5-1 over there, which is the Australian Centurion. And that one landed alongside him for 277, but a nice bit of stun, and that allows his teammates to get the kill. They're going in for it. That Centurion won't last long, and he's gone. Looks like the enemy team is now retreating from the northwest corner, but one of their tanks, the Halluf, is actually making his way across the valley, which is not a very smart move. He's being spotted at this moment by a Scorpion G and a number of other tank destroyers, some of whom are actually firing at him at the moment. You'd be surprised to see him lose a lot of hit points very shortly. Major Tom lines up his shot and he actually does get a direct hit for 487. I thought he was going to be a bit late there because he fired just after the guy started moving and it looked like the shell was going to miss, but the shell landed short and hit the target, so that was a bit of luck. Meanwhile, the enemy is trying to defend their cap area, and it looks like he might be able to get a few shots on some of these guys as they're hiding behind the rocks. He's lining up a shot on that 704. He's almost loaded. Now, a side-on shot on the 704 is going to do a lot of damage. Now, the guy's just pulled forward. He's sitting behind that corner. I notice the 50-120's in there as well. So he's fired into that area, hoping that he catches one of them. Oh, there's the 5120. And he's gone. Wow. Centurion 1 did well. He's got only 9 hit points left, but he still managed to get the kill before he got killed by the IS. Now we're lined up on the Scorpion G, just sitting behind that rock at the moment, but we've lost sight of him. And we're not fully loaded yet. I'm not sure he can get a shot on that IS, but if he comes out from behind that rock, yes, he will be able to. In fact, the T10 is going for it, and he gets him. So the Scorpion G is the next target. He's letting it dial in. The SU-14-2 does have a very narrow arc of fire, and that means if you make adjustments, it does bloom the reticule and it takes you a while to dial back in. That Lurva's still sitting down there at the bottom of the valley. He's not much use to anyone in his team. Up there's the 704, missing a huge amount of hit points. Some of that might be down to Major Tom. Oh, that was a good hit there from the other Arty on the team. And that one landed short. That didn't work against him when it landed short. All it did was stun him, and the 704 just took out the T10. Not good. But there's only 6 enemies remaining now, including the Lurva, who's now about to get assaulted by numerous tanks all at once. Or tank destroyers, rather. The Emil is basically the only tank over on the other side of the battlefield at this moment, but he's going to be joined by the other tank destroyers as soon as they've finished with the Lurva. Rounds out in the FV-4202. He pulls back in time to avoid any damage, but he just gets stunned. And a critical hit on the tracks. The Lurva's down. That frees up 4 tank destroyers. Oh no, we just lost 2 together there. The M40, M43 on the enemy team just got a bombardier and took out our Super Hellcat and one of our Scorpion Gs. So good for the M40, M43 on the enemy team, but bad for our team. Major Tom's about to shoot at the FV. Rounds out. This should be a kill. Yes! Nice one. Oh, there's the 704. He's gone around, but let's hope that the tank destroyers see him and do something about him. There he goes. The Emil got him instead. The Arty fired. There's only 2 enemies left. It's their Arty, an M40, M43 with the Bombardier, and the Lorraine 15550, which is the Tier 7 French. Now, question is, where are they? Major Tom's almost completed his reload. Now, if I was to take a guess, I'd say that rock right at the back there. If you go up about an inch on the screen, which it depends on the size of your screen, actually, I suppose. But it's the rock. If you move directly upwards, I think we can do it. It's over here. That's where I think he might be. He's not in sight. There he is. Yes, he is there. I was right. And it was the M40, M43. There's the Lorraine. Why did I know he was there? Well, I haven't seen this video before. I'm seeing it fresh, live, like you are. But the difference is that when the Emil went up onto the flat area, he couldn't see him in sight. There's only really one place you can hide in plain sight, and that is behind that rock or in the village. And since they didn't find him in the village, it had to be behind the rock. He's tracking the Lorraine, hoping to get a shot. The guy's backing away. He might get one chance. Teammates are going in for the kill, and oh, they get there before he does, and Scorpion claims the kill. So it's all over. Only the 1 kill, but let's have a look and see how much damage Major Tom Bombadil did. Well, he actually got his first mark of excellence in that game. He also got a 3rd class tanker and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7 in total, but no other medal, I'm afraid, on this occasion. But the first mark is a sign that he's well on the way to getting full mastery of this vehicle. If you look at damage, we can see that it's the Emil who did the best with 5,010 hit points of damage. He picked up a high caliber. The next high scorer was the MX-51-20 on the enemy team with 3,057, and then the Object 704 did 2,369. The amount of damage from Major Tom was 1,598 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, the high scorer was the Emil 2 with 4 kills, 3 kills to the Scorpion, or one of them, 2 kills to the other Scorpion, and 2 kills to the T10, plus the Object 704, M40, M43 on the enemy team, and there's Scorpion. The M43 got a Bombardier. And when it came to base XP, it was the Emil who got the highest again with 1,328, that must be an ace tanker, 890 to the FV4202, 784 to the M12, and Major Tom managed to get 708. He fired 11 shots, got 3 direct hits, no penetration but 8 splash. Damage of 1,598 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. I'm a bit surprised he didn't actually get a penetrating shot in that P43-2 right at the start of the game, because I thought that was a penetrating. Must have been just a high roll on a standard non-penetrating round. 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 kill, and 431 hit points of damage assistance, plus 649 hit points of stun assist of 7 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 22,687 credits, got 70,000 credits from personal mission payout, and after resupply of ammunition, took away 83,021 credits. He received 708 XP, got ×4 for the first victory, took away 4,248 experience points altogether. He says, nothing too exciting, but another first MOE. Well, it is exciting in a sense. The SU-14-2 is difficult to actually mark because it's not exactly the most user-friendly Arty with that narrow arc of fire, but it's actually easier to mark using the smaller gun, the 152mm, than the 203mm, mainly because you can get more shots in a game, plus that gives you a better chance of getting a Confederate medal by hitting more of the enemy with each in each game, because more shots means more chances to hit different tanks, and so it's well worth using the 152mm to mark the vehicle, but then using the 203mm afterwards to have fun. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel please, and thanks for watching.